Live again, and let's have another go. This time, I think the uh, things should be okay. Indeed, doggo.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnisire.
That intro, I really enjoy it. I almost every time watch it. Also, it looks like resetting my internet connection probably stabilized my internet. So, it should be okay now. So yeah, indeed. Starting a new game, since if I click continue, it will just throw me straight into the last boss of the my previous run. So yeah, I played the first time on normal difficulty, which was okay. It was somewhat challenging at the start, but really easy at the end. But for this, I am planning on going on a hard difficulty. So, we'll see how that goes. Skip tutorial, yes. I know how to play. Enable Iron Man. No, I'm not such a masochist. Servitors only. I can't do that. I think, but yeah, yeah. Heretic DLC, of course. Should I enable Iron Man? Because yeah, okay. Because I know that last time I played, I had to reload twice because the game decided to just shove a toaster up my rectal cavity. You know, you know. Yeah, it didn't do nice to me a few times. But yes, let's start new game. I really hope. Yeah, okay. So this is the main screen. Here we have the old guys who will be giving us missions, except one, because thanks to Bobo, of all people, he told me that there is a secret dude that can also give missions, which I didn't figure out until like at the very end of the game. Because if you press spacebar in this screen, you get a new dude. Yeah, that's and items are gated behind him. So that was interesting to find out. But yeah, let's see what we have. We start with a phosphorus blast pistol. and power axe. Okay. And just servitors. Okay. And we have 2 magos to help us. Magos Jeremiah and Magos Manarius. Moogles. And yeah, I can rename these guys. Anything I want. So, let's have a... Let's say Magos Moogles. Magos Moogles. And then we can have like Toaster, Lover, 3876. But yeah. Yeah, that's actually better. Let's do it, because it's funny. Toaster Lover 6969. And Magos Moogles. But yeah, I need to give these guys upgrades, since I start with 300 backstone. And also equip them with items. So let's start with Moogles. Moogles can be our engine seer, aka the healer. So we go here. Pay for that upgrade, which is a skill. It will cleanse the target of negative effects, and for himself, the negative effects last 1 less turn. And it has 2 turn cooldown. Pretty ability, since there's not too many status effects. There's like burning and acid, and they're okay, they're a little bit nasty, but they're not the nastiest. And for you, I feel like starting off with basic axe and this, a phosphorus pistol, very basic weapons. And both of these take 1 augment, which I have 2, to equip. Later on, as you level up these dudes, they get more. And you can add more things to them. But with the first mission, I'll just go with the 1 of each. Now, the question is, what should I make this guy? Because Explorator is pretty much a movement and melee attack build sort of thing. Secutor is, well, helping you buff out your normal troops. Tech Auxilium will help me do a little bit of well, I guess you could call it a buff class. Lex Mechanic lets you get cognition, which allows you to do more powerful attacks and use some items and etc. Which is kind of useful. Engines here, as I said, it's a healer. Dominius is ranged DPS. And Cinerite, it's a, how would I put it? A barbarian sort of a deal. Maybe. You can start healing, and then you also gain ability to deal 1 damage to yourself, but you also gain 1 more damage you deal to enemies. And you know, less health you have, more crits you have. You know, you can heal yourself and even a resurrection ability. I really didn't use this tree much in my previous playthrough. Only, you know, the first one. Zealous Metals, because restoring 1 HP at the beginning of a unit's turn, really useful. But, yeah, I have no idea what show. I should probably take a Dominius at this point. Mechanicus is pretty damn good and overall just good. So give him 2 pistols. So he has no melee weapons. But we go for missions. So our choices here are to do mission at this moment to Skyvola. That sent us collect Necron samples. And we will get a Curatio Megadendrite for fulfilling this mission, and Curatio Claw, which are both healing items and some Blackstone. Those are actually pretty damn good items, I have to say. However, the Videx are... I don't know what's his standing, I can't remember. He's basically the religious head of this mission. He wants to deploy a sensor servitor to cleanse the tomb. And he would pay us with Macro Stubber, which is an okay starting early game weapon. A Omnispec, which is built in 50% dodge chance and some Blackstone. But I think I will go with Scaevola at first, because these healing items, they're really useful. Like, really useful. And I can't do anything with these people because they don't have missions yet, so. Scaevola. And we set up our team. We send Magos Moogles and Toaster Lovers 6969. And of course we can send Servitors to help them, which we really need at the start of the game. Servitors are free. You unlock other troops, and sending those will cost you Blackstone. However, you get part of that Blackstone cost back if you bring them back alive. Also, good thing to note is that when the Tech Priest gets hurt and you bring them from the mission, it will cost Blackstone to heal them back to full health. So you want them to be at full health at the end of the mission to have a, most return to your Blackstone. But yeah, this will be our first mission. Tech Acquisitor Scaevola. I asked you on this mission because your experience with surveying alien artifacts and organisms. And so the heretics of CG 7, 8. 8? That's an 8. Can plunder this world for its secret. Your assassin falls. If objection, concern, offense, go to different mission. And leave you free to do as you will? A dereliction of logic, Scaevola. Macarian 16:4. Watch your brother, for his sin of heresy is thy sin of tolerance. Sylvia Tenebro's evaluation commences. Wonders, opportunities, secrets, rare chance of discovery, intelligence on Xenos. Must not fail exploit. The logic of your enthusiasm eludes me, Tech Acquisitor. My emotional cores return only peril to our mission personnel and the threat of awakening Xenos. Therefore, I am on this mission. My role equals gather intelligence, seek truth, return to human comprehension. Dictates of Mars retrieval, gather knowledge for good of all. And how are you going about that, Scapeola? Field operation in person equals suboptimal. Sending tech priest instead equals optimal. First objective, gather field specimens for study. Location, Tomb of Encropis. Commence immediately. Given the reports from the Tomb of Ecropis, there should be plenty of samples in there for you to collect, Magos. Of course, but first you have to kill them. My talent equals dissection after the fact. I leave the location, identification, execution to your tech priests, Magos. I trust this will be worth the effort, Skip. These are no mere labor servitors we are risking in these tombs. These are men and women, fellow devotees of cult Mechanicus. Agreed, Mag. Valid point raised. Ensure human corpses are returned as well. Opportunity to study the effects of Necron technology on human flesh. Scaevola is a very, how would I say, direct. He knows what he wants and he gets it. Yeah, this is the main mission. Well, at least one of the missions. These screens, or tiles rather, here will be a random event. These are glyphs that are not so random. I mean, I think they are randomized every mission, but, or rather every set of games you send out, but they keep as being the same as they were throughout the whole, uncuring. Whatever. The whole time, they stay the same. And this is the mission objective. And while you could go around and pick all of these tiles, there's no really much of a bonus to doing it. So, yeah. Rather just taking the most direct route usually is the best option to go to the mission objective. Because every time we move, this meter here, the Tomb Awaken meter will go up. Speculation. Tomb possesses autonomous repair, defense, maintenance capabilities. Further study equals yes. Have some collected from me, Faustinius. And here we have a random event. The chamber ahead has suffered damage from the shifting of the landscape above. Several dozen tiny needle-shaped constructs are scurrying about industriously as they repair the damage. Collect a couple of scarabs for study. Ignore. There is no time for such devastation from the mission. Ignore the scarabs. Or acquire plus. Attempt to collect several of these scarabs. It is in how they act as a group that the greatest insight will be found. I feel like just acquiring few would be a best option here. Because I feel like if we start taking more, we waste time and increase the Tomb Awakening. But also it might have some, detrimental happen to us. So acquire. Governing intelligence controlling the scarabs? Question mark. Fascinating. Deeply troubling. Fascinating. So we gain 2 cognition points for that. And here's our cognition meter, which is currently only 4 points, but yeah. And as the Tomb Awakening goes up, it, means that there will be more bonuses for the Necrons. But, yeah, we should continue. commence enthusiasm, acquire all at all cost. One of the Necron war forms remains after the rest of the fallen constructs teleport away. It fades in and out of reality as it's about to disappear. So our options are execute, the Necron may not be deactivated, ensure it's destroyed, extrapolate, take the targeted sensor readings of the Necrons as it phases out, extract the Necron for transport back to the Castus Metallicum. I think we will extrapolate, as it will probably teleport away soon. If it's not teleported yet, it's either broken down enough for some reason, but so far we don't have any reason to believe it's broken enough to just teleport or have its teleporter broken completely. And executing it, if it, is in a half state of death and alive, well, it just teleports away and we gain nothing, so let's extrapolate some data. Data received, cogitating, error 404, data does not confront known reality correction required. Fascinating. More cognition points. And now we go for a glyph. And Necron Awakening has reached level 1. They know of our presence now. So, this meter down here, it tells if we have initiative advantage, and now that they know of us, it's neutral. So, there's no benefit to us in an initiative, but also Necrons don't have initiative advantage yet. But the glyph, this is where I need to get artistic. So, we have currently 2 glyphs to pick from, and it could be basically anything what it does. It could heal us, it could give us cognition, it could give us Blackstone, it could give us STC fragments, but also it can increase the initiative of the Necrons, it can damage us, it can take our cognition away, like, it can increase the awakening. So, only way you can start learning what these glyphs do is, just choosing one, seeing what it does, and trying to remember what it does. And for now, I will make a handy-dandy little note for myself by drawing one of these glyphs, the axe-looking one specifically, onto a note, so I can write it next to it what it does once I click it. So this one heals. Good to know in the future. But yes. Let's go to the objective to kill some Necrons and gain some samples. Xenoswarm detected. Confirmed. The cogitators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this standard construct. Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None. Equals concerning. I wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must... Don't underestimate. Cole's weaponry highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also, double-checking cogitators, widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitari are the equivalent to Class C grades to Necrons. So this is the game telling us, yeah, you need to kill these bastards. So, we get to choose how we start. There's a cogitator here, or computer. Cognition points, 3 cognition points, only 2 Necron warriors currently. Okay. Toaster lover, give you straight line to... Oh, right, there's initiative. So... You can go there. Go there. And I will deploy a couple servitors as well. Servitors are very basic units, at least the starting points. They just... Well, they are just meat shields. But they have an ability, once they get shot, or take damage, they generate us cognition. As to basically tell us, hey, you know more about these enemies. Magos. You can run here and scan this device. Scanning these devices gives us some Blackstone, but this was a thing that I learned, unfortunately late in the last game. You kinda want to destroy them as well, because if you do so, please destroy. Good. It reduces the tomb's awakening levels. Now, when this thing is orange, I could move, but it cost me extra cognition. And, yeah. I don't think I want to do that. But I do want to use the servo skull to scan one of these Necrons and reveal its stats. Because without doing that, we don't know what their stats are. We don't know what kind of armor they have, how much health they have. So, that is required. 9 health. And enter. And goodbye, Servitor. Now, you can see on the Necron over there that it has those 2 blue markers on it. It tells me that if I walk here, I have enough reach to, well, use my guns and hit it. And that is all thanks to being Dominus class Tech Priest, which gives me extra 4 range to my weapons. Also, I can walk next to this cognition point and just gather. I can also, if I want, send the servo skull to gather it, but I have full cognition currently, so there's no point doing that. These phosphor blast pistols are very basic. They, do as they say on the tin here, but also, as it says, they will reveal enemy statistics. So, if I shoot this guy, he took 1 damage and had 11 health, but now we know that he has 10 health left. So, let's try that again. Okay, critical, 2 damage. Critical always does max damage that your weapon can do, and also ignores all armor and shields. I'll tuck my guy here because this game works on a line of sight. Now I could use the servo skull to scan them, but that doesn't do anything. I could go and get cognition, but my meter is full, so there's no point. So just end the turn. Now I can deploy more servitors. But currently, I should probably just drown these Xenos in a meatball. It might be better to just, well, get close to them and deploy next to them so they could move and hit, but currently I'm just going to overwhelm them with actions that I have. And this guy, he can move, normally just here without cognition cost, but if I pay extra cognition, I get here, which I will do. As you saw, I took one cognition away. Then, since I used this gun last turn, and it has only one bar underneath it, it recharges its machine spirit, which in this gun's case increases damage by 1. So I will take a shot at this guy. 3 damage. Now, you can do the extra movement as many times as you have the cognition. So that's always good. So I'm going to move next to this Necron and take an attack with the axe, which also has gained the machine spirit. The starting weapons only have 1 machine spirit loading time, or however you want to call it, recharge time. You need to use it once to gain its machine spirit ability, and on the axe it destroys armor, but also deals... Oh, it doesn't deal extra damage, this one. So it just destroys armor on its machine spirit attack. Okay. We downed a Necron, which means it's deactivated for now, but it's not permanent. So, my solution here is to walk next to this guy. If I go further, it will do an opportunity attack and mess with me. So, I won't. But, and here we can see how long it takes to this guy to get up. It's 2 turns from now. Then it will get back up with full health. So this guy, okay, I do need some cognition, so let's scan that. Lovely. Let's move here. Freaking Necrons, indeed. And I have 2 charged machine spirits here. So I could shoot this guy and, probably deal like 4 to 6 damage, which is good. In fact, I will do that, as I have enough DPS otherwise to take him down before... Oh wait, not before his next turn, probably, but yeah, we'll see. But I could also just take a shot at this corpse and force it to teleport away. If I do any damage to it, it will teleport away from the field and it won't come back. But I don't need to do that tonight, because I have ample time to just mess with this guy. Around, and the awaken meter goes up. Okay, the game decided to spawn extra units on this turn. What are those? What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Rexarch is a former Mago sent on this planet. That's why we are here, because he went missing, and his tech priests. And we're randomly getting messages from him. A data source every now and then just pops up because of the Necrons. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Ready this. Verify your cogitators. Then tell me what surfaced from Magos Rexa's cogitators. Scarabs of unknown Xenos race. Biology, synthetic. Possible artificial intelligence. One specimen gathered, AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study shows there are many variants of scarabs, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter. They are able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. Pure machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Rexarch's data that we thought was corrupt. Must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. It is unsure why he would lock it under synthetic proximity encryption. So yeah, plans change a little bit here. I can't get to him, but I will this guy here and actually fuck up because I will block this guy's route and yeah. But it will heal this guy. Really annoying. Now I ask, why didn't it do a opportunity attack it should have done? Because it moved away from me. Is it because I attacked? I am not certain. But time to pummel this Necron. And you shall go and be a meat shield to our other guy who will come with you to take on that Necron over there. Actually, let's reveal those stats. Okay, this guy has actually armor, and it will probably hurt. Also, I screwed up. I should have taken a shot, because you can't take a shot in melee. But that was enough. And technically you're not in melee anymore. You can take a shot and they teleport away. No, don't go that way. Please do go here. And I use 1 cognition, but I will gain 3, so this is a good choice. Like so. And there's nothing I can do. And they murdered my servitor. I have to say the hard mode at the start is pretty damn rough, as these guys have 25% more health. And it really shows. I really need to take care of this one first. Then I'll probably start pummeling this one. I mean, I might as well. Only 1 damage, but I don't need to move for now. Like, that should have happened. And why it instantly killed those scarabs was because this guy had a machine spirit recharged. I am pretty sure of that. So it just murdered it. Or it just had low enough HP to just be one shot by 1 or 2 damage. Yeah, it has just one, so yeah, the machine spirit was charged. You go here. And you can't do actual damage, so there's no point of you hitting that guy. Let's start moving fast. Like so. Get it here. Critical, which is nice. And get here. And since we have a machine spirit attack here, we're going to destroy one of his 2 arms. Like so. So now he has only 1. And this is what I wanted to happen earlier. And he's going to hurt my tech priest. Which is not fun. Okay, get some ammunition. Since Magos Moogles takes an action before the Necron Warrior, and that Necron Warrior only has 2 health, so I'm just going to skip this turn. Unfortunately, we go to Awaken 2, but I'll take it for now. Don't care delay. Don't care delay. I have Canticles. These are basically prayers that do neat stuff. Litany of Life. It will heal 5 HP to the active unit. So yeah, I will use that. Although there are some objectives that you want to do to get different Canticles. One of them is do not use a Canticle during a mission, but having this guy that hurt would mean that, well, I lose 10 Blackstone for each health point missing, so 8, so 80, which is most of my Blackstone. So, I rather take the Awaken point here than losing that much of a Blackstone. And if the last guys are knocked into that prone state, it just ends the mission. Circumstances evaluation confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Interrogative. Where do their remains go? Fascination intensifies. Upon destruction, the Necron constructs vanish, leaving no samples to be collected. We could archive, take a picked grabs of the damage from the Necron weapons. At least this information may be used. Abandon. Move on, hoping the next combat will yield usable samples, which it won't because there's no more combat. Or analyze. Thorough search of the chamber for any components that might have been missed by the teleportation effect. What do you think? I'm going to leave this to you on the chat. Should I archive what happened here and the damages? Okay. Archive? I mean, I have no idea what these do, but abandonment seems the most, the worst. Especially when we are doing a mission for Scaevola, who wants the information. Necrons employ teleportation technology in weaponry, targeting desire. Live targets for evaluating effects of Gauss fire on human body. Conjecture equals most illuminating. Okay, that was a good choice, Joe. That gave us an STC fragment. this wasn't on the list of rewards for doing this, so we actually unlocked a weapon early, which is an actually really good weapon, an arc rifle. As you can see, it uses 2 cognition points to fire. It has a cooldown of 1, so you can shoot it every turn. A single target attack. Upon hitting a target, turns into a cone area attack. The initial hit deals 1 to 8 damage to a target, and the cone deals 1 to 2 damage to chained targets. And when the machine spirit is active, the area size is increased. But this weapon requires 2 augmentation slots to be, well, augmented on the Detect Priest. But it's really good weapon. Like, really good. I like this. Even though it has a immense range on the damage. And mission complete. The cohort returns from the tomb, frustrated by the lack of physical samples of Necron constructs. However, the data they have gathered on the phasing out of Necron's remains is illuminating itself. At this point, I will stop just reading those because my throat is just starting to hurt already. Just blah 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 already. Everybody can read that, I think. I'll just leave it a moment there to show what it says. I really like Scaevola though, because he talks in data talk. Okay, Scaevola's standing or rank is Tech Acquisitor. Yes, that was the first mission. And it went okay. It could have went way worse, but it could have gone better. And as I said, each damage means minus 10 Blackstone. You get some Blackstone for killing creatures, but not much. So if we would have taken the 2 health Tech Priest back, it would have cost us 80, and that would be the great majority of what we had. But as you can see also, the Awakening went up the amount of what we had in the wheel at the moment. So by 2%. The game ends one way or another when the Awakening hits 100%. Or if you have killed all the bosses at that point. But yeah. Killing the bosses is its own challenge. And we get all the statistics over here. And again, we can continue with the missions here. No new missions yet on the secret guy. Again, you can bring him up with pressing spacebar. I really like this ambient music though. And yeah, here's the basic servitor, what it does. Collect 1 cognition point when hit by an enemy. And melee attack that does, not much. So we have 270 Blackstone. 137, 134, 168, 268. Okay, we can have 2 up. So we can level up both. So the engines here, we get a new, item as it were. We can get the torso, which increases our max HP by 3, and it adds 1 energy armor, which is pretty good because the Ghost weaponry is energy damage. We could get the Enzinger leg augments, which adds 2 HP and 1 energy armor. We can get the head augment, which gives us 1 physical armor. Not the greatest, I admit. And then there's the Enzinger arm augments, which just gives us flat plus 2 HP. Not too incredible, but I think having the Enzinger torso augment at this point, the first one, but as you can see, it also costs a augment slot to equip. But it's well worth it. Now Magnus Moogles has 13 health and 1 energy armor. Or shield. However you want to call it. Toaster Lover 6969. He's going to get an upgrade too. And he has different stuff because he's a different class. And the fun part of this is when you start to, take multiple classes in the same character, you can mix and match the armors. Take the best ones and, yeah. So, torso, different looking but the same stats as the Enzinger one. Okay. Dominus legs. These are one of the best legs in the game. That's 3 HP and 3 movement. Really good. In fact, I do believe these are the best legs because they give the most HP and most movement. Headpiece. 2 extra HP and energy armor. Okay, that's pretty good. But this will be what we're taking. Dominus arm augment. Adds +1 energy damage. It doesn't give us health, it doesn't give us armor. But what it does, it increases our damage output. And since this guy has 2 plasma pistols, or phosphorus pistols rather. Plasma is its own thing. Having these will make these guns do, instead of 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Even though it doesn't update it here. So yeah. And also we have now the arc rifle, although we don't have the augment capacity to equip it yet. And also we have the Curatio Mechadendrites and Curatio Claws. But again, we don't have the augments to do so. But these are really useful. Pew pew! Indeed, Joe. So I will do one more mission, and I think that's enough for a Mechanicus for now. After doing, I'll just save between the missions. As you can see, I have a lot of saves. Stream 1. And as you can see, my earlier saves were interestingly named. So, now we can take another mission for Scaevola. And he offers us for collecting Necron Destroyer specimen samples. Ooh, I really don't want to go against Necron Destroyers at this point. Even though it says an easy mission. Necron Destroyers are pretty nasty compared to the Necron Warriors. A power field generator, which is nice. A maximum cognition gauge. Jeez, I'm tired. I can't even talk. Increase and Blackstone. But we still have this mission for Videx. Deploy a sensor servitor and cleanse the tube. And it's easy, it's just Necron Warriors here, not even Scarabs. So, let's do this mission. Again, not much of a, choice to take here, so we just take our tech priest and servitors and go. Scaevola is pretty sassy against Videx. It's clear that she does not like Videx. And yes, Scaevola is a she. You can't tell it from the outlook, but yeah. That thing is a she. It's good thing to pay, special note on these names, because there are some funny ones, because there are sometimes puns. Okay. Mission 2, Winds of Change. Now, looking at the map, we're starting here. We're going to... Well, we have a decision to make. If we want to go and take that glyph, we don't know what it does. Because, while it might be the same glyph that we encountered before, there's no really point of taking it if we haven't taken damage to heal one unit. So, yeah. But if we go there, our awakening meter will go 2 up, 4 up, 6 up, to awakening 1. And then we get to halfway, although backtracking doesn't cost any awakening. But getting here, so we're almost at 2 again. And probably get to 2 before the end of the mission. Which I want and try to minimize. Just because, well, less awakening you have, less percentage you get, more missions you can do, and more powerful you can get. Very simple. But yeah. Let's continue. We'll decide once we get here if we want to take the glyph. This chamber walls are covered in elaborate star charts, covered in extensive annotations in Necron language, suggesting they record journeys among the stars. So our decisions are ignorance, ignore them. The intellectual pursuit of Necrons are no interest to us. We must make haste. Interest? Take a pick captures of the star maps. They may prove informative. Iconoclasm. Destroy them. Our purpose here is to purify the tomb, and the works of the alien should not be suffered to exist. I personally... Well, okay. While the logical side of me tells, take the pictures, maybe they will become useful. Have to remember we're on a mission from Fidex, and he views all Necron stuff heretical. So, in that case, either ignorance or iconoclasm would be best. Taking that to consideration. However, this lets us move fast forward, but it might have some unseen consequences. But then again, this will be slower, but it might increase the awakening, but there might be benefits to destroying this. We don't know. I think since it's Fidex and he hates this stuff and we're here to purify it, we do iconoclasm. Yeah, break their shit! So yeah, all of our units lost 1 HP, but we gained some Blackstone from it. So, I think it's a okay outcome. No, we didn't break walls, we destroyed star charts. Although, yeah, even the walls can attack you, technically. Because fucking Necrons. The noisome miasma of fumes from the Xenos machinery in this area is masking the servitor's sacred incense. The decisions are: pray, purge the corruption with prayer, purge, scour away the corruption with flame, power through, live with the miasma's presence, and hurry through the area. Praying, it might work, but I feel the purge here, yes. Purge! Purging here is the most logical and, effective way to deal with this. Yeah, this is a good example why you need to pay attention to these, religious text. Archmagus Cortico, verse 15. Prayer has power, but I cannot deny fire does too. And yeah, it was a good choice. It gave us cognition points. And our presence has been detected. While traversing this chamber, the sensor servitor crosses a part of the floor that collapses under the machine's weight. The servitor is trapped at the bottom of a shaft of machinery and pipework and must be extricated. So, how do we do it? Manual labor. Climb into the hole and hold the servitor out manually. Magnetism. Escort the servitor to overload its magnetic levitation circuits. Or mechanics. Fashion a system of pulleys and ropes to haul the machine out of the hole. I feel like manual labor will hurt us. Magnetism will... I don't know. But mechanics probably just increases the awaken time but doesn't deal anything else. Mechanics? Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah, okay, we got cognition points, but Necron's initiative has been increased, which is not fun. As you can see, yeah, they have advantage. They will act before us. Now the question is, do we go for the glyph, or do we go to end the mission? I am quite certain that the glyph can't... Well, it actually has 1 in like 30 chance to decrease the initiative of the Necrons, but... Glyph. Yeah, go for the glyph. Okay, 2 different ones. Tell me, which one should I pick, left or right? Because at this point it doesn't make a difference. We don't know what these do. They're completely randomized at the start of the new run. Left or right? I'm just forcing the decision upon you so I can blame you if something horrible happens. Left or right? It is a very simple question. No, you pick. Left or right? Or are you already crumbling underneath the decision? The weight of the decision. Nah, just live. Goddamn. Well, I'll go with my normal logic then and take the left one because it's on the... like, yeah. Quickly do a doodling on my notes of this rune or glyph. And this one does... Blackstone. Okay, that's a good one. I need to quickly check my older notes. Are these the same? I'm feeling like they might be, but I think they're not. Oh, okay. It's looking like these are the same what I had. So I'm just going to put these older notes away. Because I was pretty sure that these things were randomized. But I guess I was wrong. But I'll put the old notes away because I can't remember which ones are good and which ones are bad, so... yeah. But backtracking doesn't cost. So do the actual mission objective. And we go to Awakening 2. Which means extra Necrons! And they have initiative advantage. Oh boy. This might be bad. There is... okay, 2. Pretty good. Although I think there's potential of 3 more, so there might be 6 Necrons in this mission. Servitors down. I really don't like how this mission is looking. Somebody might just die on this. Like, one of these tech priests, because we're so low level and we're getting 3 guys at the same time. Okay, let's start by moving here. And taking some shots. Okay, not super powerful. I mean the Necron. It has decent amount of health. And armor, but it doesn't matter with the energy weapons. I will reveal this guy's stats. 11. Health. I think focusing fire on 1 is a good decision. Yeah, let's go here. We get some blackstone. And we could move further, but I don't feel like to do so. This guy can't do anything except take a destructive swipe at this machine and take a shot. That will, you know, load the machine spirits. And let's reveal the stats of that. Okay, it has no armor, just health. But yeah. Oh yeah. Necron's awake. And I don't have enough cognition points to get another servitor. It's not good. Slap him around. Okay, dealt 1 damage. Great. Good thing these guys just shoot the closest target. Dear. That guy. I don't care if he catches up. So yeah, we can't shoot this guy because there's a servitor on the way. Kinda annoying, but can move a little bit, take a shot, drop that guy like a fly, forward, and take a shot against the other guy. Okay, pretty decent. Pretty niche. This guy. Let's move him here and let him take a shot. And move it back. And while this is a little bit of waste, dropping the awakening from 2 to 1 back again. If I can get that one done, I might end up with 1, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure that we will end up with 2 end of this mission. Yeah. Servitor, please pop there. Boop. Hello. Hey, he didn't die instantly. Hooray. And this guy doesn't have a approved slap yet, so just slap him. Good thing these guys are so slow. Pew 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 pew. Okay. To collect both of these cognition points. Like so. And and send my skull to gather cognition from there. And that's his turn. This servitor. Slap him! Good. This guy. Let's reveal that guy's stats. And he's physically. Okay. Don't like that. I'll shoot. Remove that guy from the list. And since I have full cognition, I might as well move here. And take a swipe. It's a shame that the melee attack costs cognition, but at this point I don't have any use for these cognition other than moving further and doing melee attacks. So, yeah. There we go. Opportunity attacks, they're good. Yeah. Wasting the machine spirit here, but yeah, it's minor thing. And you can go there waiting for the other guy to come at us. You, on the other hand, you will make a sprint over here. As you're going to scan that thing, but I don't destroy it because destroying it will reduce the awakening by 2. However, if I manage to destroy it on this turn, which is, it's possible, although I need to do... Well, okay, I can destroy it this turn. But I can't... Game? Don't crash, game, don't crash. Please, don't crash. Okay, good. Whew. However, it will take me more than this turn to kill this guy, and it will go back to 2, and yeah, no point. So what I will do is move here. Get that cognition that I spent, and end turn. You won't slap that guy. Actually, yes, you will. It is likely that the other guy will shoot you next turn and you will die, and that machine spirit does nothing. So might as well get rid of the enemy there. Now let's get behind this guy. And since we start next to the pylon, we gain the cognition. Up. Good job, Servitor. Mr. Meat Shield, done your purpose. I will delay this guy's turn. Because I think I can get some done. Get out of the way. Spirit destroys one of the armors, and might as well pick up one cognition. Like so. And enter. Now we move. Come on, Toaster Lover. It is your time to dual wield your guns. Pew pew pew. Ooh, critical. Nice. And that should be the mission, unless there's hard-coded these guys to wake up. They are not. Okay, good. Oh, that went pretty easily. I think there's one... Nope, we don't even need to do a decision here. Mission complete. The sensor servitor reaches its location where the air currents through the tomb will take its sacred exudations to every corner of the tomb. The cohort guards it until its instance is fully deployed and can escort it back to the tomb entrance. It looks easy. And yeah, the first missions are quite easy, Yuho, but they will get more difficult, and I hope I can keep up with the game. At the very least, this place is less malodorous. I don't have the last cannon, and I don't get a glass cannon. Yeah, 48. We get a macro stubber, which, like I said, is a pretty decent gun at the start, although it uses cognition to shoot. Also, Omnis Specs, also a decent item, but last time I didn't really use it. And more Blackstone, which is good. And we gained a new Canticle. Complete one mission without using a Canticle. Cant of the Craft. The next physical attack will deal +3 physical damage. This is really good. No, we don't get the special mission yet, so yeah. I'll just level up these guys and end of the stream here, but yeah. Oh, also, like it says here, I can pick a color scheme for my guys. I can take the normal Mars one, which is currently applied. I could take Ryza, which is weird. Metallica. It's it doesn't look like Tech Priest because it's red. Oh, yes, Yuho? Making an official petition for a space station mission in Deathwatch. Yeah, I should probably. Or we can customize. What do you think? Should we customize these guys a little bit with the colors? What color scheme should we have? Main color and secondary color. I mean, yeah, we can have a very vibrant pink. Pink and purple? Yeah. The purple doesn't really stand out that much, but it does a little bit. Pink and poison green. I think this one. It's like closest to poison green. Oh, bright green. Like this. Oh dear. That's perfect. Yes, I agree. It is perfect. And I can level up both of them. Okay, I will. Okay, Engine Seer gets its auto repair ability. Restores 1 HP at the end of its turn. But most importantly, we gain a 1 augment capacity. So we can either add another weapon that takes 1 augment slot, to this guy. Or a Curatio Claw to heal. Or maybe an Omnispex, but Curatio Claw makes more sense to a healer. And in fact, I will take a Curatio Claw. As you can see, it nicely adds it to the model. Now I have a healer. Toaster Lover 6969 will gain another level of Dominius. And it's a attack protocol for the Servo Skull. Now, instead of it just scanning the enemy and picking cognition points, it can also deal 1 damage to the target, and it ignores armors and shields, which is really good. Now, well, I could give this guy a, the Curatio Mechadendrite or Curatio Claw. I'm actually thinking, since this guy has extra range, taking one of these phosphor pistols away and giving him the arc rifle, making him a more effective in the long range. However, as it says here, it uses 2 cognition to shoot, so that's pretty expensive at this point of the game, but we can fix that. And on the tech side, we can just see all the stuff we have unlocked. There's a lot of stuff we can unlock. Like, all of these items here have 3 different levels. Each of them better and better. We can upgrade those. This weapon tree, okay, it's really weird. It doesn't really make sense because some of them upgrade sideways. Some of them upgrade like up to down, like the phosphor blast pistol. There's 3 different variants. Next one is a rifle, then it's a cannon. There's a arc pistol, an arc cannon as well. I don't think I managed to see a upgraded versions of the Magro Stubber, but I think it's also a rifle and a cannon. There's an axe variant better. There's different axe variant. I think it's here. Yeah. But also, there's quite a lot of different troops we can unlock. Of course, there's servitors. They have all 3 stages. Level 1, level 2, level 3. And each of them gets a, special abilities. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other units. Then there's the general ship upgrades, quote unquote, which is just increasing your squad size, giving you more tech priests, increasing your cognition gauge. And then there's the Atlanticals. You can see what you have to do to unlock these all. And most of them are just, you just get them while playing. Nothing difficult. Except this one. How do you get it? Well, the game doesn't tell you, but you have to do the special missions for this guy over here. Which he doesn't have yet. And I didn't unlock it on my first playthrough because, yeah, there wasn't a, I didn't know about this guy. But anyway, I'm going to save up. And we can continue this next time. I like to use a to save system just in case something goes wrong in one. So I have stream and stream 2. Okay. But in fact, before I end, let's check what the, this guy has the same mission that we saw earlier, which I didn't go for because of destroyers. They're a bit more tougher. Yeah, because I need to get up early for work this week, so I can't really Uh, you really want more? I might be able to squeeze in one more. Suffer for us. Oh, hello. Well, here's one of the troops we can unlock. A Sicarian infiltrator, which is pretty good unit. We still love you, Frosty, in a sensual, physical manner. Like, yeah, I would like to continue, sort of, but no, I need to get some sleep. Because I need to get up at 6 a.m. and it's like, I think currently, like, closer to, it's over 10, closer to 11. He's messing with me. I know. But nothing stops me from streaming this, some other day. I plan to play through on the hard mode on stream, so why not? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I almost destroyed my throat by explaining so much at the start and doing the different characters, because there's a lot of text in this game. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I will see you next time. And I don't know if it's Pokemon then or Corona. Yeah, it might be. Who knows? There have been new cases in my city. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And next time, as I was saying, I don't know if it will be Pokemon or this, but either or. Anyway, see ya!